Yo, what up? It's your boy Mar from Beats. How you guys doing? Today, man, I wanted to do a breakdown on how I produce the new song by a friend of mine named Bizzle. Uh, One of his most controversial songs to date, and I just want to let you know how I made it. All right, here we go. All right, so if you, of course, I made it in BeatMaker 3. And you can tell looking at the track, there's not a whole bunch of instruments going on. He actually hit me up and was like, "Yo, man, can you make?" Well, he had a reference. He had the Kanye reference, "Say You Will" reference, because I guess the song that he wrote it off that beat, but of course he wanted to make something totally different. So he hit me up and he was like, "Man, can you make me something like this?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's too easy. I can do that." He said, "How long would it take you?" I said, "Give me about an hour." So it really didn't. It didn't take me about an hour. The beat actually, to make the beat, it was maybe about 15, 20 minutes, but I had to stop. So, but later on that night, I was done with it. Had to make a few adjustments on the BPMs, but other than that, it took me about 20 minutes to actually make this track. And like I say, there's not a lot of instruments in the beat. Uh, of course, I got my drums. And that's the drums for this track. Uh, and I guess the significant part of I think one of the things that stuck out, or what he was looking for, he wanted the drums to hit a certain type of way, I believe. So what I did, I wanted to give it that same feel of the "Say You Will" joint, but just totally different. So if I mute and let you hear the drums, this is the actual drum track. That's the whole that's the whole drum track, right? So it was just a matter of, getting that distinct sound. Now, if I let you hear the drums before I added anything to it, so let me take this off. Let me see. Let's see. So all I did to give the drums the actual type of sound, that type of feel, is I just added in saturation. And it's already it's already in the chain in BeatMaker 3, so I didn't have to pull up any plugin to do that. I was able to just add saturation on the actual channel. So got the drums, something like that, and then what I did, I added I added these choirs here. And just a um, three chords, nothing fancy, nothing out, nothing extravagant. Um, Really, I'm not a fluent piano player, so the most I can get away with is maybe like three chords. You know what I'm saying? So I added in the choirs, and then I added in, let's see, I added in these key, no, this bass. Let's see. And I'm playing it without any EQ on it. So let me let me just add the EQ to these instruments. And it's just something that, as a producer, you should always do. When you get ready to send a session out to an artist or whatever, make sure you take off the EQ unless they request to keep it on. 9 times out of 10, they don't want anything because they need that headroom to mix. Unless they just make it unless they record and just get busy off the 2-track. I do have a lot of artists that they like the way I mix my 2 tracks, so they just go with that. But there's a good rule of thumb is when you get ready to track out them stems, make sure you pull off all your EQ so they can have the raw wave. All right, so let me let you hear that bass line. Just nothing fancy. And then on my next channel, I added in these pianos. And then the last thing I added was this string fall, which I use it a lot. I like it. So let me let y'all hear it. That's it. So that's the whole track, man. That's the whole joint. Like I say, it's not a whole bunch of stuff going on in the beat. Something that, and I say this because I'm a sound designer as well, where I make samples and stuff, and I've actually had some people tell me like, yo man, like, like if I send my sample kits to other producers, they be trying to figure out how to wiggle in because I done filled the beat up instrumental wise. I think I used it right. But anyway, so now I think as of lately, for maybe about the last year or so, I have just kind of been drawn back and, just realizing that less is better. You want to give the producer, you want to give the artist, room to be able to, go in lyrically, So you don't need a whole bunch of stuff. I know back in the day, producers were using like a whole bunch of, just sounds and stuff, just trying to fill up every piece of the track. And it actually made the artist have to work much harder. But, man, these days, you want to be able to, as a producer, you don't have to fill the tracks up for it to even bang. Prime example, Drop It Like It's Hot. By Pharrell and Snoop. Like, that beat was so simple. So you don't need a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't have a whole bunch of stuff here. Made the beat in about 20 minutes. And Bizzle came out with a very controversial classic joint. I'll make sure I put the link in the description so you guys can go check it out. But yes, this is the whole beat. Yep, that's the whole beat, and I made it all in Beatmaker 3. On the next video, I think what I may do, man, I will go through like my plugin, what my plugins look like. I know I talked about in the video, not last week, but the week before, about presets and stuff. So I get a little deeper in like my go-to plugins that I use in Beatmaker 3. All right, it's your boy Mar for more beats. I'm out this thing. Grace and peace.